Welcome back, Croeso nôl, TrashFam. Today's going to be the first video in the Trash Support series, as well as the first video in the Damascus series. The how-to Damascus videos are going to be split into two parts. But because everyone coming to watch this video is going to be at different levels of understanding of Damascus, I'm going to chapter everything in the description below and also in the timeline. So if there's anything that you already know, you can skip through to the parts that you need to look at. Before I release the second part of the video, I'm also going to add a resource to my Discord server where you can find loadouts specifically designed for each gun, for long shots and for headshots. The builds that I'm putting up there are tried and tested because I've got Damascus myself, but also a few people have asked for some help on a couple of guns, and the builds I've given them have taken them from going for hours and still having loads of headshots left to doing 30-40 headshots in one game. This is an even better time to get it done as well because they've just announced an improvement to Damascus. Now, they've already improved it once from the horrible Damascus we had last year and made it more metallic and shiny, but now if you have a look at this bit, they're making it even better again. Look at the shiny camo. I would give credit to whoever did this, but I can't read Chinese. So this video that I'm doing right now is going to focus on the overall aspects of Damascus. I'm going to try and answer the questions I get asked most frequently, as well as the basics of getting it done. Part 2 is going to be more specific and more in-depth. So I'm going to look at melee, snipers and launchers as they're slightly different challenges to the rest of the guns. And I'm also going to look at long shots and headshots more specifically. I might show a couple of examples in the video and then the rest will be on the Discord server. Just because I think building the gunsmith is a huge part of getting Damascus done in a timely way. Here are all the chapters in both videos. You can find the timestamps in the description and also on the timeline of both of the videos. So question 1 is always, how long did it take you to get Damascus? Unfortunately, that's not a question I can answer because I didn't really go for Damascus straight away. So it came out in Season 9 and I didn't really even look at the challenges until probably end of Season 10 when I decided that after 2 meta changes and having to max out guns that I thought were rubbish and not worth it, I just decided to max all my guns. And I thought, well, while I'm doing that, I may as well get Damascus at the same time. So I then, about Season 11, I started to do it, and by Season 12, I had Damascus. Now, even when I started in Season 11, though, I still wasn't gunning for it completely. I was still maxing out my rank points, still going for BR. Knowing what I know now, I would say that if you follow this guide, you should be able to get it done within 1 season if you just do that for a couple hours a day. So, question 2 is normally, how do I get Damascus? As I said, this may be a bit that a lot of you can skip if you already know how to get Damascus, but it needs to be covered because I want this video and the next one to be the one-stop shop for Damascus. In short, you need to unlock the gold camo for each gun that was available when Gunsmith launched in Season 9. Now, if you don't know how to unlock a gold camo, here's a quick example. So to get a gun gold, all you have to do is these challenges. So sand, kill 600 enemies, kill 50 enemies with hipfire, 80 enemies at a long distance. That one will be with 5 attachments. Then you've got your headshots, and then you've got your no attachments. So I've just unlocked no attachment kills on this one because I've just maxed the gun out. So I'm now focusing on doing this one before I do the rest. More on combinations later. So you may have heard that you need to unlock all guns, but as I just mentioned, it's actually only the guns that were available in Season 9 when they launched Gunsmith and this camo system. So there are a few guns you can miss out. Here they are. So the guns you don't need to complete. We have the FR556. One of the newer weapons, definitely not available in Season 9. The Peacekeeper, Mark II. Just a bit of evidence as well. Not unlocked all the camos, but I do got Damascus. We also have the QXR,
the AGR 556, the dreaded Fennec, the infamous NA45. The only shotgun you can get away without is the Echo. Last gun on this list is the Deagle, or the 50GS. And for melee, you only have to do the 2 knives. No need to do anything for the axe or the baseball bat.
So I think that covers the basic mechanics. Now, what we're going to have a look now is some specific strategies to help you to get this done in a timely way. Now, you don't want to spend a year of your life doing it, but you also don't want to go insane during the process. So let's have a look. My first piece of advice is to get guns maxed first. It serves 2 purposes. Not only are you doing them in small bite-sized chunks, because once you max the gun, if it's not gold, you just move on to the next gun. So you're not just having to feel the strain of going through one gun and get it all the way to the end, and then start again and then get it through. Break everything down into bite-sized chunks and it's a lot easier to digest. The other reason to max guns first is that it will make more use of your XP card. It makes sense to get them all done and get guns maxed in the process. One aside on weapon XP cards, you can stack them, which I'm not sure everyone is aware of. So if you try and stack 2, say 24-hour cards, they don't stack, they just both go active and you have 48 hours of double XP. Same thing happens with the 10 XP cards. It just goes on to 20 games instead of 10 games, 30, 40, 50, etc. I made that mistake the hard way.
However, if you put on 1 10-game card and 1 timed card, they will stack. So for the length of the timed card or the 10 matches, whichever ends first, you will have 3 times XP.
Now, while maxing guns, you don't want to forget about Damascus, because whilst you're maxing it, you can get a fair few of them done. As the gun levels up, you unlock more of the challenges that I'll show you in a sec.
As you level up the gun, you will unlock more of these camos. Now you want to make sure that once this one, the reptile camo, is unlocked, that you start going for that one immediately. Let's head back to the studio.
So make sure that you're keeping an eye on what challenges you've unlocked and that you know you're prioritizing them. So if you've unlocked long shots, you may as well be making all your kills at long shots whilst maxing the gun. And there'll be more advice on long shots specifically in the next video. So if you have enough weapon XP cards or you've already maxed the gun, then make sure you do no attachment kills first, because you don't want them to be left till the end, because that'll just add unnecessary time to unlocking Damascus. So that neatly brings me on to my next point, which is combining as much as possible. Not only can you combine maxing the guns with getting the initial camos, you can also combine the camo challenges for each weapon. For example, you can get a no attachment kill that is a headshot and a long shot and counts towards the kill total for the gun as well. So you can unlock 3 or 4 camos at once. Hence why I said make sure you do no attachments first, because that can be done whilst still getting the other camos. On top of this, you can combine something like melee or launchers, particularly launchers, in with unlocking Damascus for your other weapons as well. But I'll focus more on launchers in the next video because they're slightly different challenges. So the last tip for this video is semi-optional, and that is get good at gunsmith. If you know what the negatives of a gun are, for example, DRH, huge negative is the ADS bullet spread accuracy as for the base weapon is terrible. So I build that one very differently to the way I'd build an ASM-10, for example, with the no stock attachment. I personally can't get away with that on a DRH because it just becomes so inaccurate. So knowing which attachments will help you with specific challenges like long shots and headshots, I'll help you with in the next video. I'll also have a resource on Discord that helps you. And if you want to just know a basically good gunsmith for each weapon, have a look at the TrashSmith playlist that I put up here. And if I've already covered the gun, trash or not, there'll be a decent gunsmith in there for you. So that's it for the basic video. The next video will be much more in-depth, probably with some gameplay and some more screenshots of kind of what's going on in game. Thank you for bearing with me. I've been TrashMan from a TrashClan. Ta-ra, tan talk.